All right, let's talk about something that hits home for so many of us, debt. But here's the thing, we're not just going to talk about how to get out of it. We're going to completely flip the script. We're going to show you how that struggle, that fight to get back to zero, can actually give you the muscle and the momentum to get wealthier way faster than someone who never had to go through it at all.
And look, everything, and I mean everything, starts right here, with this one idea. Before we even touch a calculator or talk strategy, you have to get this in your head. Financial freedom is possible, no matter how big that number looks right now. The real battle? It's won between your ears, first.
So, here's our roadmap. We're going to start by changing how we even think about debt. Then, we'll get to know the enemy, because not all debt is the same. After that, we'll figure out exactly where you stand with a quick diagnosis. From there, we've got 2 different cures, and finally, we'll look at what comes next, building some serious wealth. The big idea here, the one I really want you to grab onto, is momentum. Think about it. The focus, the discipline, the sheer grit it takes to climb out of a financial hole, that becomes a superpower. It's an engine that can catapult you towards building wealth so much faster than someone who's just been coasting along.
Okay, so before you can fight something, you have to understand it. You have to know your enemy. And believe me, not all debt is created equal. Learning to tell the difference between the 2 kinds of debt isn't just a tip, it's like step 1 of financial intelligence.
Let's get super simple here. An asset? It's anything that puts money in your pocket, period. Think about a rental property that sends you a check every month, or stocks that pay you dividends. It's income flowing to you. And on the flip side, you've got a liability. This is the exact opposite. It's a financial vacuum cleaner just consistently sucking money out of your pocket. This is your car payment, your credit card bill, you get the idea.
So this is where it all clicks into place. You have rich debt, or let's call it good debt, which you use to buy assets that make you more money. And then there's poor debt, bad debt, which you use to buy liabilities that just cost you more money. So listen, our goal isn't to live a life with 0 debt. Our mission is to destroy poor debt and learn how to use rich debt like the pros do.
And this is the trap. This is how people get stuck. It starts simple. More money is going out than coming in. So what do? You borrow to cover the difference. But that new loan just adds another monthly bill, right? Which makes the gap between your income and expenses even bigger. It's a downward spiral that just gets faster and faster. Okay, to break that spiral, we have to get really honest about where you are. We need a clear diagnosis of your financial health. So we're going to use a really simple, but kind of perfect, medical analogy to figure out what kind of treatment plan you need. This is it. This is the only question that matters right now. Forget the total amount you owe for just a second. I want you to think about this. At the end of the month, after you've paid for groceries, rent, and the absolute minimum on every single one of your debts, is there any money left over? Or are you in the red? Your answer to that one question changes everything. Okay, if you have money left over, even if it's just a little bit, you're an outpatient. Your condition is stable, it's manageable, and we can treat it with a clear step-by-step plan. But if you end every month with a negative balance, you're an inpatient. Your situation is a lot more critical, and it requires some immediate, strong medicine. So, let's start with the cure for our outpatients. If you're in this group, your whole world is about to revolve around one thing: taking back control. We're going to stop the bleeding, and then strategically, methodically, take out these debts one by one. Here's the 4-step plan. It's simple, but you got to follow it. 1, you stop. Seriously, the first rule of getting out of a hole is to stop digging. Put the credit cards on ice. 2, you list them out. You can't fight an enemy you can't see. Write down every single debt. 3, consolidate. If you can, roll all those high-interest debts into one loan with a better rate. And 4, attack. You pay the minimum on everything, but you take every extra dollar you have and throw it at the smallest debt first. Why? Because knocking that one out fast gives you a huge psychological win and the fuel to keep going. All right, now for the inpatients. If you're in that negative cash flow danger zone, the outpatient plan just isn't going to cut it. Your situation demands a totally different playbook. It's radical, it's aggressive, it's strong medicine. Now, I want you to really read this. Let it sink in. This is a massive shift in how you see your situation. When the debtor cannot pay, the debt becomes the creditor's problem. Understanding this, truly getting it, is how you take your power back when you feel like you have none.
So, what's the strong medicine? You temporarily and strategically stop paying your unsecured debts, like credit cards. Now listen, this isn't about never paying. It's about hitting pause so you can regroup. You take the money you would have sent them and you save it. You build up a cash war chest. Then, once you have a decent lump sum, you go back to the creditors and you negotiate a settlement for less than what you owe. They call it a haircut. They'd rather get a chunk of their money now than risk getting nothing later.
Now this next part is for everybody, outpatients and inpatients alike. Getting your debt to zero, that's not the finish line. No way. That is the starting line. All that discipline and focus you've built, it's too valuable to waste. Now we pivot. We go from playing defense to playing offense. It's time to build real wealth. So even as you're paying down that debt, you need to be firing up these two engines. Engine 1, increase your income. Use the skills you already have or start a simple side hustle that doesn't cost much to get going. Engine 2, build assets. And here's the crazy part. You're going to learn to use OPM, other people's money, and OPR, other people's resources. The irony is being in debt actually forces you to learn this skill because you don't have any of your own money to play with.
You know, when you start thinking this big, some people just aren't going to get it. They might even say your goals are a fantasy. And that's okay. Let them. Your job isn't to convince them. Your job is to stay focused on your own path and turn that fantasy into your everyday reality.
So it all boils down to this, doesn't it? The story you're telling yourself about your debt is going to write your future. You can see it as this impossible dead end, this weight that's going to crush you forever. Or you can see it as the training ground, the very thing that's going to make you smarter, tougher, and ultimately wealthier than you ever thought possible. How this story ends, that's completely up to you.